Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me on here. If you are watching this on replay, thank you so much for jumping on here and just listening to me for a few minutes. I really appreciate it. I know your time is precious, so I appreciate you taking time to jump on here and listen to me talk. So I want to talk to you guys about exogenous ketones today. So as you guys already probably know, John and I, do the ketogenic diet along with drinking exogenous ketones, and I also do intermittent fasting with all of it. Hi Tammy, thanks for jumping on here. And so the three things that go together, so the ketogenic diet, the exogenous ketones, and the intermittent fasting are just things that are just super healthy. Hey Kelly, thanks for jumping on here. They're just super great and super healthy for you all together. So I want to talk about the exogenous ketones part because I've talked about the ketogenic diet and I've talked about intermittent fasting and how amazing both of those are. But now I want to talk to you about how amazing exogenous ketones are. So exogenous ketones are ketones that, hey Daniel, thanks for jumping on here, that you put into your body. They're from outside of your body in order to put yourself into a state of ketosis. So you can put yourself in a state of nutritional ketosis and your body will create its own ketones to help you burn fat for energy instead of fuel, or you can drink exogenous ketones and they will put your body in a state of fat burning as well for you. So the difference is that if you're going for nutritional ketosis by just using the ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting, it takes 3 to 4 days to get your body fully into ketosis and burning fat for fuel as opposed to glucose, because your body stores 3 to 4 days of glucose in case you start starving. So when you go into starvation mode, it uses up that 3 to 4 days of glucose that it's stored up. So that's what happens when you go into nutritional ketosis. If you drink exogenous ketones, you get put into a state of ketosis within 60 minutes of drinking those ketones. Hey Marcus, thanks for jumping on here. So that's why I love, hey Charlie, thanks for jumping on here. That's why I love exogenous ketones, because it puts your body in a state of ketosis quickly. So John and I had been trying to do the ketogenic diet on and off for 4 years because we were just super overweight, and about April of 2017, John was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So we knew we had to figure out a way to make it stick. So for the 4 years of on and off, we couldn't make it stick because oh geesh. Didn't hear this ninja sneak up on me. Oh my goodness. She scared me there. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Okay. Okay, go back downstairs. I'll be down in a minute, okay? Love you. Sorry, man. I had no idea she was even in the room. Man, it was insane. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Tammy. Anyway, whew. What was I talking about? She scared me. What was I talking about? I don't even know where it was. So anyway, John was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. There it is. In April of about 2017. So because we've been on and off the ketogenic diet for 4 years, we found it just kind of hard to stick to because carbs and glucose are more addicting than cocaine or heroin, right? Okay. That's scientific fact. There's research out there that shows that carbs and glucose light up your brain like cocaine and heroin do. So, of course, it's hard for people who are addicted to carbs to quit them. So we were, again, on and off for about 4 years. Hey, Alex, thanks for jumping on here. So on and off for about 4 years. And then when we moved to Kansas City this summer, John found this. Hey, baby, I need you to go back downstairs. No. Go. I will be downstairs in just a few minutes. What?
Please don't sit on the couch because we just washed it because it's still stinky.
Okay, bye. Y'all, sorry. This is real life. Welcome to my life with the 4-year-old running in and out of this bedroom. Anyway, so when we moved to Kansas City in June, sorry, thanks for being patient with me, you guys. John saw a post on Facebook of someone just saying, hey, look what came here today. And it was a box of Keto OS. And he was like, hey, have you ever heard of this? And I was like, no, what is it? And he was like, well, it looks like a ketogenic supplement. I was like, okay, I mean, have you done any research on it? And he was like, no. So for the next 2 weeks or so, he did a whole lot of research on it. And he came back to me and he was like, hey, I think we need to try this. And I was like, okay, why? And he was like, well, it puts your body into ketosis within 60 minutes of drinking it. I think it could help us stay strict on the ketogenic diet. I think it could just be something that could really help us, especially with weight loss and controlling the diabetes. And I was like, okay, I'm in. Yeah, let's do it. So we met with this lady. Her name is Cynthia. Right, Kelly? My life. It's fun. So her name was Cynthia. We met with her and her daughter Danny, and we got a 10-day experience pack from them. And so we split it. We each drank 5 days worth of ketones. And on day 3, something happened that I wasn't quite expecting. And so I'm going to flash back in my life, back to grad school. I went to grad school at Wichita State University, and, I was the graduate assistant athletic trainer for the track team there. And I was working 60-ish hours a week and going to school full time. So I would go from 4 a.m. I would get to work at 4 a.m. because we had 5 a.m. practice. Get to work at 4 a.m. so I could get the athletes ready for practice. Work from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. I would go to class. And then at the time I was dating my husband, so from 10 p.m. to midnight, I would go over to his house and hang out with him, and then go home, sleep for 4 hours, come back, do it all again. So at one point in grad school, I was drinking 10 cups of coffee a day. It was insane. 10 cups of coffee just to stay standing up. So anyway, and not every day was 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. or whatever, but a lot of them were crazy like that. So 10 cups of coffee just to stay standing. And so flash back to today, or to this summer, when we were drinking these ketones on day 3, I think it was, I forgot to drink my second cup of coffee. And that's when it hit me. I was like, whoa, what just happened? So when I forgot to drink my second cup of coffee at 4 p.m., I remembered, I was like, wait a second, I haven't had any other coffee this morning or today. What in the world? That meant that the ketones had given me enough energy to make it through the day. And that was it for me. I was like, okay, I'm in. Let's do this. So we bought them. We drink them every day. And they give us, excuse me. They give us energy. They give us better focus. I'm down almost 30 pounds. John's down almost 40 pounds. There's been fat loss. I feel better. I look better. My skin looks better. I feel, I have more energy. I can go to work every day and come home and have enough energy to hang out and play with John and Emily, at the end of the day. And so that's just the really cool aspect of it all. And so, they probably were, Kelly. I don't know for sure, but there's a good chance that my adrenal glands were shot. But I do, now that I'm drinking the ketones, I feel a whole lot better. So the ketogenic diet in conjunction with ketones and, or exogenous ketones and intermittent fasting have just been life-changing for me. So if you guys, hi June, thanks for jumping on here. So if you guys have any questions or want more information or anything like that about these exogenous ketones, please come and ask me about them. I want to give you the information and see if they could possibly be life-changing for you as well, because they've been amazing for me. Thank you, Kelly. Bless you too. You're such a sweetheart. I love talking to you, Kelly. You're just the most adorable, sweet thing. Sorry, y'all. I just sneezed and then my nose just exploded. It's weird. Anyway. So anyway, that's kind of my exogenous ketones story, if you will. So if you are interested or want more information, please let me know. I want to talk to you about it. I want to give you all the information you want. to get you started on this, because it could be something that could change your life as well. So thanks for hanging in there with me through the 4-year-old coming in and scaring me and wanting to tell me all this stuff. This is real life, y'all. It's awesome. I love my life. So, anyway, if you want more information, intermittent fasting. So, Kelly said, can you explain intermittent fasting? Yes. So, intermittent fasting is where you go, periods of time without eating, and then you have a very, very short window every day, to eat. And so my intermittent fasting can range from 16 to 20 hours of fasting. And then I have a 4 to 6 hour window where I am allowed to, or I allow myself to eat. And generally in that 4 to 6 hour window, I eat keto. And what that does is it puts your body into it. It just helps keep your body in that fat burning state. There's just a ton of information out there, a ton of research out there, on intermittent fasting and how healthy it is for you and how good it is for your body just to, not be consuming food 24/7. So our culture in America is just food, food for comfort, food for socializing, food for, whatever reason. Which, don't get me wrong, I love food. It's just a lot healthier when you're not consuming it 24/7. So I would encourage you to go out and do some research on your own, because I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I don't know your personal story. I don't know your personal health. But intermittent fasting, is something that is proven to be like super amazing and super healthy for your body to be in. So, the general, like super basic is fasting for 16 to 20 hours, eat in that 4 to 6 hour window. So generally I fast from 7 p.m. to 1 to 2 p.m. the next day. And then I'll eat and no, it's usually more than that. So it's usually later than that. So from 7 p.m. to like 5 p.m. the next day. And then I give myself 5 to 8 or 5 to 9 to eat. That's generally what I do, depending on the day. Sometimes it's less time than that. Sometimes I eat around 1 o'clock, depending on the day. It changes for me. So if you can get the fasting part where you're, do I fast every day, Kelly? Yes, I do. So I always try to hit at least that 16-hour window of fasting. So again, most people think of fasting as like you can't eat for like days and days and days and days, but intermittent fasting is not like that. It's where you hit that 16 to 20-hour window of fasting, and then you have that 4 to 6 hour window of eating. So generally, I try to hit that 16 hours of fasting. And listen, life happens. If you can't hit that one day, it's not like it's going to ruin everything you've done. It just needs to become something that you do that's just part of your life. And that's what it's become for me. So, but also during the fasting stage, I drink ketones. So, that helps me not feel like I'm starving as well. So that's something that I add to the fasting part of it, is I drink ketones every day during the fasting part. I just add them to water. So I'm not breaking the fast because my body's not metabolizing anything. I'm just adding them to water. So that's how I've been able to make it a lifestyle for me, the fasting part, Kelly. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Kelly, if you have any more questions, just shoot me a text and let me know, or a PM and let me know. And I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So thanks for joining me on here, guys. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you. I hope you guys have a good rest of your, sorry, I'm getting a little tired. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Hey, Scott. And I will talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.